All right, you guys. So this video is going to be about the chance moment that changed my life. So before I get there and reveal exactly what happened or how it happened, I'm going to go through the list of jobs that I had. And here we go. It's a big list. I don't know who out there is going to top this. Okay? So if you can top this, write down below how many jobs you have had. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just go down and in order from my first job all the way until my last job. Here we go. Job number 1, movie theaters. Then I went into pizza delivery at Little Caesars. Then I worked at Belmont Park. Of course, I grew up in San Diego. Belmont Park at the roller coaster. And then I worked at Ace Parking in a toll booth. Then I worked at SeaWorld Shamu Stadium. Then I went back to Belmont Park. I worked at the carts in the ice cream shop. Then I was a cashier at a fast food burger place. And then I worked at this place called Luigi's Pizza. I was a busser. And then about like 5 months later, okay, so this place I quit on the first day. I came back like 5 months later for a different position, pizza delivery, and guess what? I freaking quit on the first day. I got hired there twice and I quit on the first day. Okay, so boom, I got telemarketing, quit on the first day. A little story about that. I went to go use the bathroom. So they trained you for like 3 hours, and then it was all time to start making phone calls. And I excused myself to go use the bathroom, and then I freaking just walked out. I just said, screw this, right? And okay, boom. Then I worked at Subway. I worked there for 3 days, actually. And then I worked at Target at the Christmas tree lot. And then I worked at SeaWorld again for the rides that they had there. It was called the Bayside Sky Ride. And let me stop there. At this point, I'm 22 years old. At 22 years old, I've already had 13 jobs. Who out there has had 13 jobs by the age of 22 years old? Okay. Then I got into construction for a few months. Screw that. And then I saved my money from working in construction, and I moved to Hawaii. I went to Hawaii for about 3.5 months. I took a super long vacation. Over in Hawaii, I worked at a busser at a food court. And then I worked at the post office for the Christmas season. Then I came back, and then I worked for the state, the California Department of Food and Agriculture, as an agricultural tech. I lost that job because, just skip why I lost that job. Okay, so then my final last job, Carvin Guitars and Poway. If anybody that is out there that plays guitars or bass guitars, I'm sure you've heard of Carvin, which I don't know that they are still around. I heard that they're not, or they changed their name. But yeah, 18 jobs. Who out there can top that? 18 jobs. How many jobs have you had in your life? Write it in the comments below. Can any of you guys top 18 jobs? Okay, and then at Carvin Guitars, after I was there for almost 4 years, and I got fired from Carvin, and this is why I got fired. I got hurt on the job, and the very exact day that the doctor released me to go back to work, guess what? They fired me. How you like that? But anyways, the reason why I got hurt on the job, I was working too damn hard and I strained my back. But anyways, here we go. Here's the chance moment that changed my life. At the very end of me working at Carvin Guitars, my brother one day went to go use the bathroom and he dropped his phone in the freaking toilet. That is the moment that freaking changed my life. So How did that change my life? He needed to buy a new phone, so he went on Craigslist, which he met a guy that was doing it as a business. He then, my brother said, how did you get into doing this? So he sold my brother some phones to sell on Craigslist, and then he called me up, which I'm from San Diego. My brother was living in LA at the time, and then that's how it changed. I started selling phones on Craigslist. And check this out. Let me share this really quick story. So, you know how like people say that they have that, they just know, like they met the one. Like, oh yeah, I met this girl and I just knew she was like the one. I knew when I first started selling phones, I knew that my life was going to change forever. I just freaking knew it. By the third phone that I sold, I just freaking knew. The money, it was so easy okay, so what I was doing when I was working at Carvin, I worked in the back of a warehouse in the wood shop. That's what I was doing. And then when I was selling phones, I was like, dude, I'm making 3 hours of work because I was making $25 profit from just buying like a $40 cell phone and just reselling it on Craigslist for $65. And I was like, dude, that's like almost 3 hours of work. And then the very first time I sold a phone, I remember I met the guy in the parking lot at the Smart and Finals in Chula Vista. He was an elevator tech, and I had something that he needed. He needed it. I had it. He bought it. I made $25 in profit, and I was like a head scratcher. I was like, what the hell? And then I did it 2 more times. On my third time, the freaking light bulb went off, and I was like, you know what? I found it. This is it. I just knew at that moment, I was like, finally, I had the freaking breakthrough. Finally, I was like, damn, this is it. And then from then on, my life freaking changed. So, hopefully somebody, one of you guys out there can stumble upon one of my videos and have that chance moment that can change your life. Just like how phone repair changed my freaking life. Thank you guys for watching. And remember, who out there is gonna top 18 jobs? Thank you guys for watching.